Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Mandy. In today's video, we're going to talk about the wood radical. Now let's get the pen and the 田字格 ready. First of all, let's take a look at the wood character. Actually, it's pretty simple. It's only 4 stroke. We go 1 2 3 4, easy, and it pronounced as mu. Okay, and when it becomes the wood radicals, normally it's on the left side, so we have to squeeze it a little bit on the left. 1 2 3 4. Remember, the last stroke will become shorter, so you can fit into the left box. Or sometimes it will be somewhere up top or under, but usually it's at the bottom, so I'll put it here, like this. Here is the picture of the evolution of the wood character. And so you can see it's evolved from a picture of a tree. So all you need to remember is here's the wood and it comes from the tree. So the wood radical is wood or tree related. And I want to bring up another character that we just mentioned in the last video, that is the grass radical. Grass radical, which is look like this. So here is the wood radical, and here is the grass radical. As for the grass radical, normally it's related to plants or fruit. If you want to learn about the similarity and difference between these two radicals, please watch this video first and then watch the other video, which is about the grass radical, and you will learn a lot of examples for each radicals, so you can learn about them thoroughly. But in today's video, we are going to talk about the wood radical. Now let me show you some hanzi with the wood radical. The first type is tree related. For example, the first one, 树. We have the wood radical here, and then in the middle, and then, yes, 树, which means tree. Let's say apple tree, because we just learned how to write apple in the last video. We write 苹果树。苹果树，苹果 apple, 树 tree, 苹果树 apple tree. Okay, move on to the next one. The next character is quite easy. 1 2 3 4. And then copy it. Just two word radical come together and it's ling. So two tree come together. That's forest. Yeah. And more than that, I have another very cute words to show you. We have three words together, and this is sun. Sun also means forest. Yeah, I know. Why you have two words for forest? Well, I think it's kind of common that in every language we have several words, but they are referring to the same meaning. They could be just a little different. I feel like the sun, it's a little bit bigger than the ling. But anyway, to say the forest in a very proper way, we would say just sunlin, sunlin in this way. We just say sun lin together. It's a proper word for the forest. Now let's get to some very specific type of tree. The first one, tao. Tao meaning peach. Okay, so you can have tao shu. Tao shu, peach. Tree. As for the fruit, you can say tao zi. Tao. Zi. Tao zi. It's the peach, the fruit. So you might be wondering, okay, tao itself is already the peach. Why you say the zi? Well, it's true. Tao by itself is the peach. The zi, just think of it this way. You just add a syllable to the tao to make it a two-syllable words, and it's easier to pronounce. And when you say a sentence, if you only say one word, one syllable, that's kind of easy to miss. If you have two syllable, it just make it less easier to miss. So it would make your sentence more accurate. And actually, we have a lot of modern Chinese words come with the zi. For example, we have 桌子,椅子,孩子, etc. Move on to the next type of fruit and tree. And then ju. Ju means tangerine. Tangerine. You can say 橘树. Tangerine tree. Or you can say 橘子. Just the tangerine, the fruit. Just a little bit of extension. The 橘, we have another word also called 橘, and it means the same meaning as tangerine, but it's just written differently and just a bit more complicated. I'll show you. And then this hanzi is also 橘 and also means tangerine. In most cases, they can replace each other. Technically, they are referring to the same type of fruit, but not the exactly same fruit. But in most cases, they can replace to each other. And the next example is the tree. I think it's very pretty and you would often see it in the Chinese traditional drama. That is 柳树。柳树，松树，松树。And it looked like this, and a lot of Chinese traditional painter would paint it in their drawing because this type of tree usually grown in the cold area that symbolize the toughness. Now let's get to the next one. Let's get to some tree parts. Tree parts. First one. 枝 is the branches, the branch. You can say 树枝 树 枝 which is the tree branches. Okay, and the next one. 根 is the roots. So, of course, you can say 树 根 树根 the tree roots. Okay, now let's get to the second type, which is the wooden stuff. The things that's made of wood. For example, these are the things that very commonly see in our everyday life. The first one, we have the wood radical at the bottom. Yes. 桌 means table. In everyday life, we say 桌子 桌子 table. Okay, and the second one, 椅子 椅 chair, just any type of chair. It could be small chair, big chair, a sofa, bench. It's just chair in general. Moving on to the next one. Gui. Guizi, which is the cupboard or the cabinet. Okay, I know, not all the table or chair or cupboard are made of wood. It could be made of something else, maybe made of metal, made of plastic, etc. Well, yeah, that's in the modern days, but in the ancient times, people usually make table, chair, or cupboard in wood, right? Except for the rich people and the royal family, they might make the things out of jade or some expensive stones or gold. But for most people, for the average people, they usually made of these things out of the wood. Okay, same as the next one. That is Ban. Ban is just a board. For example, you're in the school and the teacher is writing on the whiteboard. So whiteboard is 白板. We have the 白 over here. 白 板 白板, which means the white board. And the next things that's made of wood, 桥 桥, it's a bridge. Yeah, we do have a lot of wooden bridge like this. And the next one, Tong. Tong is a bucket. Yeah, bucket made of wood. And if you want to be very specific, it's the water bucket. So water bucket is 水桶. Shui. Tong. Shui tong. Water bucket. Okay, and the next one. T. Tizi, meaning a ladder. But because we are in modern day, there's a very important word I would like to introduce to you. That is 电. T. 电梯. The 电 means electricity, and the T is the ladder. Okay, electricity, ladder, and that would make elevator. Yeah, the elevator did help you to get up and down. Now let's move on to the next category. That's the category 3. I would say they are like verb, the words that explain the status, and they are kind of related to wood or tree. Yeah, I will show you, then you will understand. The first one is we have the wood radical as usual. This is 植. 植 is a verb which means to plant. Example, you can say 植树. "植树 is to plant trees. 植树. Another words, 植发. 植发 to plant. 发 is from the 头发 which means hair. To plant the hair, yeah, that is the hair implants. Just to remind you, in the 植, in this little square, there are 3 strokes. There are 3. Okay, we goes, let's write it again. Goes. This, make sure the square is big enough to fit in 3 strokes. We go 1, 2, 3, and then close up with a longer stroke. It has to be 3 stroke inside. And just a little bit of extension for the 植. If you get rid of the wood radical, it only keeping the right part of it. That would be over here. 1, 2, 3, close up. That would also be the 植, because the 植 serve as a sound radical to the 植. It give the 植 sound to the 植. And as for the 植, this one, it means straight. Okay, so now things getting interesting. We can also say 植发. 植发, which means straight hair. Now let's take a look at this. The hair implant is 植发, and the straight hair is also 植发. They have the exactly same pronunciation, but they just written differently. Here, this 植发, it comes with the wood radical, and this 植发, it comes without the wood radical. So you need to be careful. The 植发 and the 植发, which one we are talking about? but I'm sure you will know which one we're talking about based on the context. Okay, and the last word for today. This is cool. Actually, this is an interesting part. We know this is the wood radical, and the right part of it, this is 鼓. Actually, it serves as a sound radical. To the cool, it gives the u sound to the cool. But as for this character itself, it means ancient, old. Actually, the meaning of this also makes sense in the character. The cool itself, it means wilt or withered. And it could also mean just dry out, drain out. Yeah, like you can say枯树it's the tree that's dry out. Well, that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoy it and you learned something from this video. If you have any questions, please drop your thoughts in the comment section. And I've added the practice sheet on my website. If you want it, then you can download it from there. And I'm Mandy. I'll see you in the next video.